It's time for another Lonnie's Take. This one has been on my mind because it's about Oprah Winfrey and her platforming Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz because of what's been happening with Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz joining the administration and being conservative, where people are kind of blaming Oprah for platforming them. And I want to go back in time and let's talk about it. So, first of all, Oprah was that. I mean, she was phenomenal. She was this Black woman that everybody we just adored her. And she had what we call the Oprah effect. And the Oprah effect was basically like if she recommended something or if she said something, she had this power about her where people would listen to her. And at the time, there was something that happened where it was something happening with the beef. She made the statement, I will never eat another hamburger again. And oh, when she did that, that made people react. Oprah was like that back then, y'all. Oprah would be so dramatic about stuff. I'm never eating. The beef industry basically did this lawsuit against her and said, beef went down by 20 or 30% because you made this statement on your national talk show. And they took her to court. A Black woman being taken to court by the beef industry for making a statement that was, like, okay, we all gonna eat hamburgers. Who cares? But she was going through this trial. The trial was so intense that she had to move her show down to Texas. She had to be there. And that's how serious it was. And so she brought on Dr. Phil McGraw as part of this consulting group. And he basically, at the time, kind of woke Oprah up. From what I remember, he woke her up and said, hey, you got to take this shit seriously because they're about to bring you down. That woke her up. And when that woke her up, she basically was like, I got to get my stuff together. And that was all because of Dr. Phil. So she ended up winning the trial. And because she won the trial, she had him come on her show and he was helping people break through with their problems and everything. So naturally, she would give him a show. She gave him a show. His show was super successful. She met Dr. Oz through Gail. And Gail really liked Dr. Oz because Dr. Oz will break stuff down, right? So Oprah had Dr. Oz come on the show, and he was phenomenal. He had the livers, and he would have the kidneys, and he would have the hearts, and this is what your heart looked like. And I'm like, we never saw that on Daytime Talk. We never had anybody explain it to us like that. So she gave Dr. Oz a show. I have worked with Dr. Oz. I've been on his show. You meet him. He's very charismatic. He's very informative and he's smart. And I love smart people. We would exchange emails together. We just had this great, I know his wife, Lisa. We would just have this great working relationship. Dr. Oz's show, his demographic was 60% Black women. Now, fast forward about 20 years later, we see their politics. We see what they stand for. People are now blaming Oprah because of that. Oprah has publicly responded to it, and she basically said it's two separate things. And you know what? I totally agree with Oprah. At the time, we did not know. I mean, when I never questioned Dr. Oz and like, oh, is he a conservative or would he go extreme? In my opinion, I don't think that is her fault. When you are giving a person a deal, the only thing that they do is background checks that they do is for something criminal or something that's pertaining to law. Now, I'm about to say something, and it's not to be messy. It's about being factual. When she was working with Steve Harvey to give Steve Harvey his show, she did not give Steve Harvey, per reports, a show under her production company because they looked at the background check and there was some things with Steve Harvey and at the time his ex-wife. And so they decided that they weren't going to give him a deal. Steve was able to get another deal with another company. It was a successful talk show. And he also got Celebrity Family Feud and Family Feud. And he is. So my point with that is that, yeah, somebody can tell you no. But if you know who you are as a person and you keep doing it, you'll be okay. And Steve was okay. But my point is that when they looked at his record and it was something that deals with legalities, because you have to remember at that time when Oprah was doing her show, she had this big fallout with this author who basically Oprah was like, "Oh my God, you're great. You're phenomenal." You know how Oprah used to do, right? Everything was dramatic and great. Everything, we loved her for it. But he turned out to be a total fraud. And that really hit her reputation. So because that happened, anybody else that she would try to platform, she was like, we got to make sure, because, it can't hit. So I understood that. But I was happy that Steve was able to still push on through. So with all that said, you know, is she to fault for bringing us Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz? No. We didn't know in 20 years this would happen. That's still on them. At the end of the day, they have to look back and say, okay, I supported this administration. What I will say is that Oprah could have platformed more Black women. At the time, on record, the only Black woman that she has given a actual talk show to is Iyanla. Since then, she has the Oprah Winfrey Network. She was able to platform women, Black women especially, that way. She gave Rosie a job. She gave Lindsay Lohan when she first initially started this is how old I am, y'all. I know all when you old, you remember all the history because you look at it stuff. I remember it, right? And she platformed them on the Oprah Winfrey Network, and it didn't go as well. But it wasn't until she put Iyanla and she started doing the reality shows, from what I remember, that's when the network started coming up. So she gave Kim Whitley, Raising Whitley. She had Sweetie Pies. Now she has the Bell Collective, things like that. So she has platformed women that way. But when it came to talk shows, and I'm just going to say, in my opinion, I think maybe she didn't because it was a competition thing. Because you got to remember, back then, y'all, daytime talk show was so competitive. It was competitive. You did not want to have someone else come in your space, no matter what the color was. You just did not. You just did not. So I can't even blame her for that. My experience on The Real, when we started The Real, we needed guests to basically certify us. That's what you do. When you start a show, it's really hard to get guests. I remember when we were doing Chelsea Lately. Chelsea Lately, she started off with guests. Everybody was like from Survivor 7, 8, 9, 10, like guests. And then it was like us doing the panel. And as the show became more successful, Chelsea was able to get the A-list stars. That's just how daytime talk and nighttime was. Like, you start a new show, people, publicists are not putting their people on there. We don't know you. We don't know what this is about. So when we were doing The Real, and I kept looking, and I was like, we were trying to get Oprah on. Oh my God, if we could just get Oprah to come on the show, and we could never get her to come on the show. Only time we were able to get her to come on the show was that I ended up getting a Weight Watchers ambassadorship. And at that time, Oprah was like the spokesperson, or she had bought some stock into Weight Watchers. And I sat down with the Weight Watchers team, and I was like, I really would love Oprah to come on the show. And, oh my God, we're going to try. And I remember Oprah, when I signed the deal to be the Weight Watchers ambassador, Oprah, we were counting points and all that, stuff. And Oprah sent a tweet to me, and I was like, oh my God, Oprah tweeted me. like, you got to understand, this was the pinnacle, right? And so she sent that tweet, and I was like, okay, well, then maybe now I can get her to come on the show. And it was just hard. It was just hard to get her to come on the show. And finally, I sat down with the people, and we thought of something, a way to at least somehow get her to come on the show. And the way we did it was, well, since I'm the Weight Watchers ambassador, we could probably set up something where Loni is like, you guys are at the table, and we'll, just have her, you like call her, and she'll pick up the phone, and we'll talk about the Weight Watchers. And I was like, I'll take it. So I went immediately to my producers, and I was like, hey, this is all we got. And so we basically did that, and I was happy with that because it was Oprah on the show. But the thing was, it was supposed to be a surprise. And for some reason, our producers it was like, who's coming up on The Real? And they put Oprah's face. Lord, why did they do that? Lord. Then the people called me. They was like, y'all got to take that down. I'm like, I didn't even know they put that down. We knew that they weren't supposed to put Oprah's face. They put Oprah's face. It's supposed to be a surprise. It don't even make. So in 2 hours, I got that changed. This is inside baseball, right? And so we ended up doing this segment.
For what?
Look, I'm just gonna take the chance. This is why we do live TV. Anything can happen, right? It's season 6. Let's make it happen.
It's Oprah. It's
I just
Oprah.
hope she.
It's Oprah.
And we already got it connected up if she answers. So
all right, I'm gonna say a prayer over here that she
Let's
answers.
take it.
Lord,
Let's see.
Lord.
Oh, I'm calling Oprah. I'm calling. Please. Oh, she might be busy.
Please answer. Oh, there she is.
I cannot believe you answered. Oh my God. That's Oprah Winfrey, everybody. And Oprah was great as usual. For the last time I asked her to do something for the reel, it was our 1000th episode. So I went back to the people and I was like, please, can we just get her, can we get a video from her congratulating us? But I said, please just sit her down and ask her to do the video. And finally, I received the video.
Oh my goodness. Hello, you real women. I just wanted to say, I know what it takes to do 1,000 shows and show up and be 100% on your game in front of the cameras, despite whatever's going on in your life, despite what you're feeling. That's what you all do every day. You bring it, and I'm here to celebrate your 1,000th show.
So I'm saying all of this to say that I appreciate Oprah. I appreciate everything that she's done. And I think that she tries to navigate as much as she can. I believe she was trying to do the best that she could for her viewers and for the country. And that's what she did. So that's my take.